I'm Leo Sidran with The Art of the Story. As the saying goes, if you ask 10 music producers what they do, you'll get 15 answers. Production happens in plain sight, yet somehow it remains a dark art. So I've been on a quest to talk to some of my favorite producers about what they actually do. Larry Klein started out as a musician's musician before becoming a producer's producer. As a young bassist in L.A., he was playing with his heroes in the jazz world, including a long, creative stint with trumpeter Freddie Hubbard in the late 1970s and early 80s. But over time, he found himself pulled toward the world of songs, singers, and pop music, and pushed away from the jazz insider's fixation on what counts as the real stuff and what doesn't. As a session player, he showed up on some of the most iconic L.A. records of the 80s and 90s. Peter Gabriel, Tracy Chapman, Don Henley, Bob Dylan, and records by his first wife, Joni Mitchell. He seemed destined for the life of a top-tier sideman. But while married to Joni Mitchell, Klein began moving behind the board. And over the last 35 years, he's become one of the most sophisticated and thoughtful producers around. He's a multiple Grammy winner, yes, but maybe his greatest achievement is his ability to make records that feel timeless and contemporary. A magic trick that anyone who's tried to make confident, approachable music in the studio will recognize as much easier said than done. Back in 2018, I visited Klein in his home studio in LA for my Third Story podcast. Considering how great his records sound, it shouldn't have surprised me that underneath it all, he's still just a huge music fan. Here's how he sees the producer's job.
I see the job of being a producer as one of identifying this thing that is inside the artist that you're working with, this magic thing that has the capability of touching people or energizing people or making you want to look at that person and fanning the flame of that thing, whatever that is.
For Klein, a big part of producing is also deciding who he wants to work with.
Whenever I've tried to identify what it is that attracts me to an artist, it's a combination of honesty in what they do. If they're a singer, honesty in their voice. I'm not attracted to people whose singing connotes just ambition or intent of, making $1 million or whatever. So I'm attracted to this person's voice, whether it's a instrumentalist or a singer.
And Larry has trusted his ear well. He's produced projects for Joni Mitchell, Madeleine Peyroux, Melody Gardot, Herbie Hancock, Norah Jones, Luciana Souza, who he's married to now, and many more. He also, like so many musicians, visualizes the music he makes.
I see this kind of center to the compelling part of what they do, and then I perceive my job as how do I help that thing dominate the picture and maybe even hopefully help that person through focusing the whole picture on that element to help them make something that helps them traverse beyond the boundaries they've had before, make the best thing that they've ever made, or maybe even they realize, oh God, I can do this, The way I was looking at things, I didn't realize I can really do this,
In the end, Klein says that kind of generosity is its own reward.
In the process, I'm serving my own need and desire to make something that touches me.
To hear my full conversation with Larry Klein on the Third Story podcast, visit wbgo.org/studios or listen wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Leo Sidran, WBGO News.